Hey Berclair, it's Miss Schramme. We're back with some online learning today, and I think you're going to like the lesson for foundational skills. We're going to talk about two special words that can really make your writing a lot better and help you understand people when they're asking you questions. So before we get started, I just want to go over what the expectation is for 5th grade online learning right now. So if you saw the newsletter, we have lessons coming up from every single teacher, and the expectation is that you're doing at least one of those videos every single day. And we will also have some surprise videos going up, so just be sure to check the YouTube channel. You can subscribe and it'll send you notifications. Check that every day to see if there's anything new. And then also Miss Bennett will be doing a video for English learners. So if you are in ESL or you have someone in your house who's still learning kind of the basics of English, she's going to have a video up this week to really help with that. So if that's you or someone you know, you can point them to that video. So with that, let's get started with our lesson. So before we start, I want to ask you a question. What if you had to choose between either eating crickets or snails? Gross. I think both are pretty gross. But you had to choose between either crickets or snails. Which would you choose? I want you to write your answer in the comments. Write your answer about what you would choose between crickets or snails in the comments. There's a sentence stem on the screen that can help you if you need help getting started with your sentence. So pause the video, and then when you're done, get back. Okay, let's talk about that choice I just gave you. Crickets, snails, neither one's really very yummy. But I want you to pay close attention to the words I used in that sentence. So the words I used that are really important are either, that's spelled E-I-T-H-E-R, and or, O-R. You may have seen these words before, but you may not have realized that these two words work together as a team. And these are the words we're going to spend this lesson talking about. So I want you to repeat after me. Either, or. Now let's repeat the sentence that I said to you using those two words, either and or. Let's repeat that sentence. You had to eat either crickets or snails. You had to eat either crickets or snails. So I used either and or together to give you a choice between two different things. So when you use these two words, they're a team and they work together. But when you use them together, it means that there are two possibilities, but only one of them can come true. So I gave you a choice between snails or crickets, and if I was really going to make you eat snails or crickets, you would only have to eat one, because I said either snails or crickets, which means I wouldn't make you eat both. Let's think of another example to help us understand these two words more. So on the screen, there's a new sentence. When Miss Schramme was in high school, she either wanted to be a teacher or a surgeon. When Miss Schramme was in high school, she either wanted to be a teacher or a surgeon. Now, I want you to look at the screen and find the two words we're talking about, either and or. Either and or. Point to those in the sentence. Did you find them? Okay, so now they're circled on the screen. What were the two choices I gave you? I said that it would either be one thing or another thing. What were those two choices that were in the sentence that I had in high school? What were the two choices that I was thinking about? Exactly. Teacher or surgeon. Those were the two choices I was thinking about. both of them were not going to come true because I said either or. I didn't want to be both a teacher and a surgeon, but I chose to be which one? Exactly, a teacher. I chose to be a teacher. So remember that either and or are they give two possibilities, two things that could happen, two choices maybe, but only one is supposed to come true, okay? So if you say, let's see, if you say you can either have vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, does that mean you can have vanilla and chocolate? Nope. If someone said either vanilla or chocolate, it means they only want you to have one kind of ice cream. So let's repeat those words again. Either, or. Now, let me tell you a secret. The word either is sometimes pronounced in a different way. In English, we have some words that we really can't decide how they're pronounced. So you might sometimes hear someone say either. So either are both ways that you can pronounce the word either. That's how I normally say it, I think. But you might hear me say it the other way. I don't know. You'll see. All right. Now we're going to do some practice with these words and filling them in the blank where they should go in the sentence. Okay? So let me read this sentence to you, and I want you to be thinking, where should the words either and or go? You can blank drive your car to the store, blank, ride a bike. You can blank drive your car to the store, blank, ride a bike. So I want you to think about where would either and or go in these sentences. Exactly. So either would go in the first blank and or would go in the second blank. When we use these two words, they're always in the same order. Either and then or. So you can either drive your car to the store or ride a bike. Now let's think about how we would answer this question if someone asked it to you. You can either drive your car to the store or ride a bike. Now I want you to fill in this sentence in your head. I would rather... Would you rather drive your car or ride a bike? Either drive your car or ride a bike. I think, Miss Schramme, I would rather ride my bike to the store, especially if it's a pretty day outside. But if it's raining, I would rather drive my car. It depends. Either one, it depends on what kind of day it is. So I want you to now get out a sheet of paper. It can be a notebook or just a regular sheet of paper, anything you can write on, and a pencil or a pen, whatever you can use. And now we're going to do a little bit more practice with these sentences. Okay, a little bit more practice. And you're going to do the same thing that we just did, where you're going to decide where to put either, where to put or, and then after that we're going to answer which one you would choose. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence. You can eat blank pizza, blank French fries. So I want you to write this sentence and then put either and or in the correct spots. You can pause the video if you need to have more time. Now I want you to write underneath that another sentence, and this time you're going to answer what your opinion is. What is your opinion? Because the sentence gave you a choice. Pizza, either pizza or French fries. So you're going to fill in the sentence that says, I would rather eat blank for the rest of my life. Awesome. Now I'm going to put 2 more practices on the screen, and I want you to pause the video and finish these sentences, writing them on your paper. And when you're done, unpause the video and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, now that you've finished writing all your sentences, I want you to take a picture of that page and send it to the Google Voice phone number on the screen. text a picture to that Google Voice phone number on the screen with all the answers with your eithers and ors filled in and your opinions. Now, the last part of this lesson is the most fun, promise. What you're going to do is write your very own either or statement, but you're going to use things that you find in your house, okay? So what you're going to do is find two completely random things in your house. It could be literally anything. It could be a piece of paper in front of you or food, anything you can find that you can put your hands on, okay? Then you're going to write an either or statement that says that you can only keep one of the two things that you found, okay? You're going to write an either or statement that says you can only keep one of the two things that you found. Then you're going to write underneath that, both of these are going to be in the comments on YouTube. Underneath that, you're going to write which one you would keep. If you had to choose only one of the two things you found to keep, which one would you keep? So let me show you an example. So in my house, I found a mask. Now, this is a different kind of mask than the one we've been talking about for coronavirus. This is a mask that's like for a party or something. And I also found a lava lamp. It's like a kind of a lava lamp, sparkly. If it was dark, you'd be able to see that it changes colors. Okay, so I found two things, a mask and a lava lamp. Now, my statements are going to be, my either or statement is going to be, I can keep either a mask or a lava lamp. I can keep either a mask or a lava lamp. My opinion statement is going to be, I want to keep the mask because I like the mask better. I want to keep the mask. Okay? So you're going to do the same thing with two things that you find in your house. The directions are on the screen, and just a quick reminder that this is only pretend. You don't have to actually get rid of anything in your house. But you're just pretending on what you would do if you had to get rid of one of the two things that you chose. So now you're going to write in the comments. You're going to write in the comments your either or statement about the two things that you found, and then your opinion statement saying which one you would choose if you had to pick between one of the two things. Okay guys, that is the end of our either or lesson. I want you to try asking your friends or your parents, whoever is in your house with you right now, some either or questions. Like if you make them choose between two things, try using either and or so they really have to choose only one option, because that's what that either or statement is talking about. Okay, so try using these at home. Use them in your writing when you start writing. These are going to be really great tools to make your writing very clear and any choices that you ask people to make really clear. Y'all keep working on all your lessons. Keep learning at home. Keep reading. Keep being safe. We miss you, and have a great rest of your day.